Hello,
Hello.
welcome to the stream. How are you doing?
Good. How are you?
Yeah, I'm doing fine. I've never, I don't know how to connect to a URL in Terminal.
Yeah. So you have to type here. I'll put the command in chat.
Okay.
Uh, Now this may or may not work depending on what version of Windows you're on, because they started. Oh, that looks good. Okay, you just gotta say yes.
Oh, okay, here we go.
Yay. So this is a text-based game. Um, that I started recently, and I kind of want to expand, but I'm just like brainstorming what direction to go with this. But you see the one, that's me.
Oh,
I'm walking
nice.
around to you. If you press the exclamation mark,
Oh, yeah.
now we can chat to each other. Oh,
Can I? Oh, wait.
yeah,
What?
press T.
Oh, okay. Press T, then press exclamation mark, then T.
Yeah, the exclamation mark just turns off the chat to like, in case
Oh,
you
okay.
don't want chat.
Oh, I think we got someone else joining us here. And hello, Serene Jellyfish. Welcome to the stream. Oh, hello, Tronic. Welcome. Are these fields of grass out here?
Mm-hmm. So you can come over here and you can talk to the guy at the bar.
Wait, what? Secret? Secret? Did I find a
Oh,
secret?
did you already find that secret?
I found something.
This is one you're
You
not
must be
meant to
level 7.
find. That's actually the developer room.
Okay, found it immediately. I mean, okay, to be fair, if the secret entrance wasn't here, if it was like here, like one up from where it
That's
is,
fair. That's fair. Yeah.
because I just bumped into this and then accidentally went that way. Um, how is any of this working?
Magic.
May as well be.
But yeah, where are you? Which one are you? There's too
Uh,
many people.
the
I've lost you. If
I
you come up
am
to this S, you should be able to
okay.
like
I
run
see a
into it, and
sign.
it's
Yes.
yeah. So there's lots of things you
Continue.
can interact with by just running into them.
Right.
Um,
So what is the oh, healing potion found? Okay. Found some healing potions. I'm getting all the healing potions now. Oh, and there oh, so Deard's doors, I understand now. There's the innkeeper. Here the king has gone mad. Typical.
yeah, a lot of the dialogue is very I didn't put very much time into that
People
yet.
turn. So the man, I don't think I've ever played a game like this before. It's funny to see everyone connecting.
Yeah.
So, can you talk a little bit about like how did this come to be?
Um yeah, it was just kind of random. Uh there's another streamer who was doing like they were it wasn't really a game jam, but they were just making a game during a very long stream, and so I decided to also make a game. Uh but now I'm kind of I don't know, I kind of want to continue this cuz I think it's really interesting. It's definitely very retro, but I feel like doing something like this in the modern day, um, it lets you cut a lot of corners. Like you can make things really fast without having to create visuals for everything. Um, And I don't know, that's just sort of interesting to me.
Yeah, I know what you mean. Oh, found another secret. Found secrets within secrets. Found a sword. I've got a
You're good at
sword.
finding the secrets.
I mean, I have to admit the thing about the secrets in this game is a similar issue that I ran into with my game Worlds Within Worlds, which before it became the version that everyone sees right now, that's actually the wrong game file. There also used to be like hidden walls that you could reveal both by going near them or with the little butterfly bubble.
Hmm.
But I find that you say I'm good at finding secrets. What I'm good at doing is smearing myself against the walls. And that was kind of the fundamental problem that I had with the implementation of these sort of like hidden secrets. I'm just trying to find one that has a good example near the beginning. Okay, yeah, here's one. So I'll run the game. You can see what I mean. Um, because the problem is you can try to hint at where that kind of stuff might be,
Yeah.
but the player is always going to just default to smearing themselves against the wall because that is just the way that to guarantee that you'll find it. So here's an example. I've started playing the game, and then what did I try to do to make it so you could tell where the invisible walls are or are not? Well, there's no drop shadow down here in the bottom corner. So first of all, the fact that there's this
Oh.
little hint, this little sort of cutout is supposed to hint that that's there, but then you can like walk over here and realize that it's a secret. So the lack of drop shadow, and I don't even think that this particular color palette has a very pronounced drop shadow, so that's not necessarily it's not super obvious. And then here, okay, this one's more obvious because the it's like rendering incorrectly here, but yeah, so you can use this little butterfly to reveal stuff, and that was meant to obviate the necessity of physically traversing your player character and smearing against all said walls. Um, but yeah, so I think secrets in a game like this are very fitting. But I'm just wondering, how do you telegraph their existence?
Right. Currently it's just like you can see most of them from some point in the world. Like you see the little inaccessible area and you're like, I wonder how I get there. Um but yeah, I wonder if there's some more that can be done there. Okay,
I
where are
think.
you at?
Oh, I'm back over here where I found the. Wait, does it? Is it showing your number is that your level?
Yeah, that's your level. I'm the 3.
I'm the lowly
Um
two.
if you come up here, this room is really cruel.
Okay, I fell in a
Um
hole.
yeah, there's a lot of holes in this room. But
Okay.
luckily it works like so anytime you like find a hole,
It's persistent.
it gets marked, but it gets marked for everybody that's here. So we can like teamwork this.
I I had an idea at one point of creating something that was just like an invisible maze that was similar to
Ugh,
this. Is it randomly generated, or do you just not remember the path?
I just don't remember.
Okay.
Okay, I
It
think I found it.
it would be pretty funny if it was randomly generated each time. Okay, so you go this far and then down. No, not down. Okay, up to here and then over and then up. Okay. Heavy armor. Wow, got this worthless leather armor now. Yeah, so is this something that you just sort of like started tinkering with and it was just like fun and rapidly like it was fun to rapidly iterate on?
Yeah, I want to continue this. I'm not sure what exact direction I want to take it. Um, some of the ideas I like. So right now, the like, there's very little like player to player interaction. Like you can chat with people and you can help solve this room, but that's kind of it.
Right.
I kind of want to mess around with like some sort of party system where you can like team up with people and do like group combat. I don't know about PvP. Would turn-based PvP be any fun?
I mean, it depends on the complexity of the battle system, right?
Yeah.
I mean, I feel like maybe the easiest battle system that you could port to something that is meant to be online PvP, maybe something that is like rock paper scissors based. Because there was a video by Masahiro Sakurai. I'm slowly working my way through his back catalog. um, I am the Sakurai. No, that's okay. It's so hard to find things on this. I need to see my subscription list, YouTube, please.
Who's solving this room right now with me?
There we go. Yes, alphabetical. I'm gonna have to be right back.
Okay. Yeah, I agree, Jellyfish. I think there's there's still games like this that exist and people definitely still play them. But I wonder if there's room for like a modernization of like I don't know. Like what if I just make Baldur's Gate but it's text based? No, yeah, I know. I agree. I just I don't know. I guess I'm a little too young to have been part of that era. Um so I don't have a good sense. Oh, you're muted.
Yes, I'm back. I'm back. Okay, wanted to just catch up on the chat here. So, kind of niche older gamers who really dig the vibe of this one. Not sure how large the audience would be. Definitely exists. I used to always want to make a game like this when I was younger. Never had the skills to. I think it was a fully fleshed out game. I would sink hours into it. Yeah, MUDs, multi-user dungeons.
Yeah, are you familiar with any of them? Like I've never played in a mud.
Only in concept. I've not played one either. So I just wanted I cannot find this this game, but it's a rock paper scissors type game, and
Mhm.
game concepts got to be in this playlist. Okay, and then I've got to click through. It was this Japanese only game. Here we go. Okay. Finally, that took forever to track down. At least while I was on the phone call, I was able to keep looking. I'm just going to pull this onto the main screen so folks can see. It is this one. I do not know how to pronounce this, but yeah, it's from this game series called Mushi King, King of Beetles. I think Mushi King literally translates to King of Beetles. So anyway, the the core gameplay is centered around this like rock paper scissors type battle, except a a rock paper scissors, like one of them for your character is stronger, so you're trying to like psych out your opponent of like which one are you going to use. It's I spent so long looking for that, and I don't even know if it's a good fit for this game or not, but just wanted to throw it out there.
I'll have to check that out.
Yeah, so just in terms of like what would be a simple to implement, that's the reason it came to mind, is because like a rock paper scissors type battle system would be simple. um but then I don't know how involved people would be, like how interested are people in playing this sort of thing for competitive reasons. Like I think that the cooperative aspect is probably more appealing.
I think so too.
But that core combat system could be something that is like adapted from that rock paper scissors combat. Like you could create some sort of combat that is. I guess I would have to say that right now this is very basic RPG combat.
Mm-hmm.
And is that something that you are looking to change or modify, or are you happy with the way that the combat works in this, or is it just for like placeholder? You'd change it if you had a different idea that fit better.
I would definitely be. I would change it. It was really like what is the simplest version of like every mechanic that I can make? Like
Mm-hmm.
the inventory is super scuffed and simple. Like every item you find just like completely replaces another item. They don't have any trade-offs. Um,
Yeah,
Everything's
so
super basic right now.
I think I'm about to kill a skeleton. Yeah, yeah. It's fun how something so simple can still be very satisfying, and you can create like a lot of interesting encounters. Um, like the secrets and the your imagination fills in so many of the gaps. I think that is the point I'm trying to make here.
Yeah. Yeah, I think the main thing I want to focus on is like creating, well, I mean, a more interesting RPG system for sure.
Mm-hmm.
Um and that's something I've been trying to figure out, cuz like there's a bunch of RPG systems that are like, the OGL exists, but I don't know if you're just like allowed to use that in a video game. Like I don't actually know how licensing of RPG systems works. It seems very complicated.
Hmm.
Like
Yeah.
obviously you can make a game that has like dexterity and charisma and stuff,
Yeah.
but it's like I don't know where the lines are for what you can use and what becomes like you are stealing from some existing game.
So I'm almost wondering, like, what 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 does the level design look like in this?
What do you mean?
Like, how do you design screens in this game?
Oh, let me show you. It's cool.
I have a feeling it might be.
Uh, Hold on, I have to find it again. I haven't touched this in a.
Oh yeah, yeah. Take your time.
It's on this computer, and then you go to this folder.
No matter how long you take to find this, it will not be as long as it took for me to find that video by Sakurai, so don't worry. Didn't help that I got a call from my bank in the middle of that, so sorry to everyone for having to take that call.
Here, let me. Oh, I can just do this. I'll put it in the chat.
Okay, cool. Whoa, that is not what I was expecting. So is it literally just like you draw out the color and that's what influences what actually shows up?
Yeah, it's a little bit jank right now because you have to use like specific colors to do certain enemy types,
Yeah.
and they're all just like very slightly different shades of red. Um, but it is kind of neat for getting this up and running quickly.
Yeah. Yeah. Oh, hello, Inda. Yes, it is. It is Bad Cop joining me right now. We are taking a look at heck, what's this called? Uh,
It doesn't have a name right now.
oh,
It's
it is
just kind of exists.
Bad Cops MMO. Yes, which you must SSH into this. That is how this. The command is literally just SSH space and then the URL like this. Yeah.
Yeah,
So
so
it.
not even the bitmap. It actually parses the ASprite file, so you have to use the ASprite. Um,
Okay.
I might change that because so when we were first starting this, we were checking out a game called ZZT on stream,
Hmm.
which is like a really old Epic Games RPG in your terminal kind of thing. It was a DOS game. Um, and we got it running and we were playing around with it. And one of the cool things is that the level editor is just part of the game. So you just like switch to level editing mode and then you
Yeah.
can like place tiles and stuff. I might switch to that, but I don't know.
So what I was going to. So how does signs work then?
Yeah, the signs they're kind of you have to write them in a separate file.
Yeah.
Uh,
Okay.
a placeholder gets generated for each of them, and then you can just edit it.
Yeah, and then similarly for like talking to NPCs.
Yeah, NPCs are just signs right now,
Okay.
with a different picture.
Um, oh, Inda, we
So
are we
there's
are all north. We are north and oh, hang on, that's the potion
almost
stop.
the level 6.
Oh,
We got a big shot.
keep bumping into it. I feel refreshed. Oh, does walking back to the inn heal you?
Yeah.
Oh, Inda, I think this is you. I think you are the number one here. I am the number three.
Oops.
Oh yeah, you have to press T to chat. Um, so the reason I was asking is like how is this put together is because I feel like every time I say every time the last time you were on stream I suggested this like super high effort change to the previous game that I'm forgetting the name of. It was the like text compression game.
Oh yeah, bit golf.
Golf, yeah. And I saw that you did actually make the change to it, and I've been meaning to
Oh
go back
yeah.
and play. Um, so yeah, it immediately made me think of like, how could users work on something like this, and then it made me think of like how could users work on something like this collaboratively. Like, is there a way that people could like use a system like this to like build out a shared world, or like someone is a DM of their own version of this world, like they spin up an instance of the server that they host with a map file, and then they can like host a world that people can like run around and explore.
Yeah. That is an interesting like use case of it is like you know, you have like the main server, but then you can also host your own server with its own world. One cool thing about the current architecture of this
Hmm.
is that because this is all taking place over SSH and like the only thing getting sent to you is literally like the characters on the screen.
Yeah.
You don't have any of the game files locally. So
Yeah.
you can make worlds that like people can't just find the secrets by going through the files, right? Like it's actually like I don't know. That's kind of compelling because you don't see that a lot in modern games.
No, it's true.
Everything gets leaked by the modders.
In this case, you leaked it yourself.
Yeah, I mean right now it's open source, so you can just find it on GitHub. But we could make a, you know, the future version of this doesn't have to have open source level design. We could just open source all the code and then until someone hacks the server. Yeah, I suppose it's always a concern. If you have dedicated enough fans.
Almost. Oh my god, I have missed several times in a row. Come on. Kill this bat. I just need a little more XP. Still level 3. Ah, here we go. Field of bats. I almost feel like right now there's this incredible simplicity of like you just interact with stuff by running into it. I
Mm-hmm.
do wonder, like for sake of like moving around more quickly, if there was some way to interact with things by like overlapping the tile and then pressing like R to read a sign or something like that.
Mm-hmm.
Hey, I'm level 4 now. It's a skeleton. Okay. So what is the so enemies don't respawn, right?
Right.
But they are
Um,
instanced?
yeah, pretty much everything is instanced right now. Um, and there's no persistence. So as soon as you close the game, it it resets.
Yeah, there's literally no local storage, as you just finished saying.
I do want to have persistence. It's not hard to do. Um, well, it's a little tricky, but like one of the like key features of SSH is that you can do authentication. So, uh, yeah, that's not too hard to set up.
You may Nikki game everything stored on some server. Be cool like an ARG. Huh. Oh, hello, Silver Fillet. Um, if you we might still have time to check out your game actually if you were to send me a Steam key that I can redeem. Um, yeah. So I mean, do you have any immediate plans for what are some things you want to do with this project?
Um, I mean, I think the first step of what I want to do is like build out more systems
Mm-hmm.
and then get some people together to just like create a bunch of content using the system. Because right now it's pretty short. Like I see somebody level 7 walking around, they can probably already take on the boss. Um, I'm only level 6, unfortunately. But yeah, I don't know. I I want more player interaction as a core mechanic. My current idea is that you can choose to like party up with people who are nearby or maybe like a friends list system. But
Yeah.
mechanics wise, I'm not that's where I'm less sure where to go. Like I don't know. I think there's something nice about the simplicity of like everyone does one thing on their turn if you're going to do turn-based combat.
Yeah.
because it keeps things moving. But I could offer more things that you could do.
Yeah, I guess it really depends on like, do you want to lean into the D&D-ness of this? Do you want to build out your own system? Um, do you want to lean into the MMO-ish aspect of this? There's just, I mean, there's an awful lot of different ways, different possibility, like very high possibility space. Um, I found a sword. Okay. I feel like I. Hold on, is someone in the walls? Hello.
The walls
Huh?
are talking to you.
Oh, you can just bypass the ghost. You can just walk through that
Yeah.
secret there. Ah, I see. Okay. Oh, I wanted the XP anyway. Um, resource gathering slash crafting. Oh no. Make this becomes the next Valheim. You just it's all text based.
I was thinking, yeah, I feel like in terms of inspirational games, like more like Baldur's Gate than Valheim.
Yeah, I'm not crazy about those like crafting resource games. I know that they have like this huge, massive appeal, so I'm not trying to knock it. It's not my thing. I'd be happy to hear if this were not just another resource crafting game.
Yeah. I think you can do like you can have crafting without making it like a core thing. You can just have like a very shallow crafting tree where you can like honestly Baldur's Gate does it kind of well too. Like they have the alchemy stuff
Mm-hmm.
that you don't really have to do.
Well, I think I might be in over. Ooh. I do appreciate you can just run away from enemies. What happens if you die?
You just respawn at the inn right now.
Okay,
There's no penalty.
but a lowly level 5. So is your level just influencing your max HP?
Yep.
Okay.
I don't think it influences your attacks right now. I can't remember.
Yeah, I mean, it's interesting because
Oh, somebody killed the king.
man, I like how your own terminal theme is the color theme for your game, so the mood feels a little different at everyone's environment. Yeah, this is just default like Windows command prompt. I guess I could have launched a PowerShell or something different. It would actually influence the look of the game, the color scheme.
One of the cool things we can do for really cheap with this is like we can make a web build of this.
Mm-hmm.
And just like it's just the same thing but in your browser.
Yeah.
Um so that is something I'm planning on doing to make it like more accessible once it's more of a thing.
Yeah, honestly, there's so much potential here, so many ways this could go. Like I finally reached level 6 and I see someone's at level 8. Is that you?
No, I'm still level
Okay.
6. I'm bad at my own game.
But you know where all the encounters are to get the XP. I gotta run around and find things. Um, yeah, I mean, I would love to keep talking about the game, but I also want to make sure that. Oh, I think someone might have died to that skeleton, or they just entered the encounter. Maybe that's what that was. That's what that was. Because when you enter an encounter, you're not on the map anymore, right? Yeah.
Yeah, you're just behind the enemy. Because I didn't want it to be like you're standing on top of the enemy and then you can't. You don't
Tracer's it.
realize you're about to walk into it. Yeah.
Yeah. It's a good call. All right. Well, I thank you so much for showing me this. I definitely am very curious to see how this evolves, what direction you end up taking it, because I have a lot of thoughts for like how um, an RPG style like D&D. I don't know. Definitely pluses and minuses. It's the I don't remember. Okay. Wait,
I like how I'm higher level than you and you have more HP than I do. That's
is
cool.
it just random every time you level up?
Yeah, it's just like a D&D rolled HP.
Okay.
Was this a jam game? Not really. It was kind of like done in a jam way, but there wasn't like a theme or anything.
That's funny because Lamofius's game was also in a similar vein, like a self-imposed jam kind of thing.
Yeah. This was like 3 days of work.
3 like full days?
Uh, three long days,
3, okay.
like maybe 10 to 12 hours a day.
Wow. Wow. Well, that's super cool. I mean, I do want to just keep talking about this. You know what? Let me just ask right now, Silver Fillet. I saw that your game on submission form, you predicted that it might take up to half an hour. We can start next stream with your game to make sure that there's more time to like more thoroughly evaluate the game. Or we can play it now. Like we have 20 minutes left in today's stream. I leave it up to you. If now is a good time, I can take a look at it. But if you want me to look at the game for longer, then we can come back and play it at the start of next stream. Also, just while we wait for a response, I wanted to mention real quick that tomorrow is going to be a community game day. We're going to be playing some Lethal Company. So if anyone else would like to join us and prove that they are a great asset to the company, then you are welcome to do so. It's going to be at 2:30 Eastern Time. You'll see the time localized in your own time zone if you open up the Discord. So when you die, you just respawn at the start. Yes, you do. Oh yeah, and I started working on a custom subscriber badge because we hit the sub goal last time. So I'll just show that off as well. No, here. It's the 18x badge. It's going to look like this. This will appear next to your name if you're a first month subscriber to this game. And I need to. So Inda is already a 3-month subscriber, so I need to make a yet another badge after that. But that is going to be the next sub goal. Each sub goal is going to be another custom badge. 36x. Here's how that's going to look. That's slightly larger size, and I haven't done the 72x version yet, but that's why all that's open. Yeah, I mean the fun thing is like as Drew Seth has mentioned, like you can SSH into this pretty much from anywhere, right? Like you don't need to
Yeah,
access a web page. You can just hop into work, chop some trees, mine some rocks for later.
it works on my phone, but it's kind of janky to play. I feel like we would need a more dedicated mobile version with
Right.
like the buttons to move instead of having to type like WASD on the keyboard on my phone.
And that is delightfully jank, though. I can imagine having a I have no idea how difficult this is, but like a sort of client for the game where you just have virtual buttons along the sides of the screen. Like, what is this even built in?
It's just written in Go.
Hmm.
Yeah.
I don't know what that means. I don't know what that is.
Oh, it's a programming language by Google.
That gives me a little more context. I just hadn't heard of that one. Interesting. Okay.
Can you
Used
use a
by.
router instead of a computer to play it? I don't know how that would work. What do you mean? I mean, routers are computers, but like you can SSH to things from your router? My router can't do that.
Need to find more things to fight. Presumably, I can fight these minotaurs if I have more HP. I do wish space worked for hitting like input.
Oh, yeah, I could do that. I just didn't think of it.
I like to have everything on a sort of like left hand accessible.
Yeah,
I
that
just
makes sense.
I like to have one hand on the mouse. I'm just getting super lucky with this Minotaur, just missing everything. Hey, I succeeded. That wasn't even worth that much XP. It took half my health. All right, come on, let's do it. Oh, run away. Okay. Oh my god. Okay. Run away, but this time go around the enemy. Back to the end. I mean, I guess I could have just let myself take an intentional death. Um. So yeah, I mean, in terms of the different battle systems, I mean, you can do something that is a little more like traditional D&D. But honestly, I think the idea of like a die roll based combat works well as a sort of like in person. You are literally rolling the die. You get the energy of the people
Yeah,
around you. Um, I feel like the nature of the game being something that is meant to be like leaning into the MMO aspect of it, right? Like trying to like get a big group of people together, being able to like cast buffs, set up like combos where the things that you're doing are like stacking together with other people.
mm,
I'm wondering
yeah, that's
if
interesting.
and I'm wondering if like is there a way to make it so that there is a bit more simultaneity, like the I wonder how chaotic it would be if everyone fighting something, you all take your turns at the same time. But
I also
then,
thought about that.
yeah,
And then like the enemies all go at the same time.
yeah, essentially, like an enemy attacks like everybody, but you all take your turns at the same time. Like it feels like stuff would be over insanely quickly unless you scaled the health. But then like scaling the health kind of defeats the point of things, and it's like what is the point to teaming up, right? What is the
Right.
benefit to working together with other people? Oh,
Good
okay.
question.
Because with regular Dungeons and Dragons, you can take on like a larger group of enemies. You're not just fighting one thing at a time.
Yes.
So in the context of a game like this, where you literally are sequestered into your own battle screen, like unless people all like work together to like each fight an individual enemy on a larger field, like could you imagine how crazy it would be if enemies actually move around and they like have a little chase radii where they like try to move towards players, and then players can like move in and engage in a fight, and then a different player can go around to the far side of the enemy that's being engaged and you can deal the backstab damage, and then a healer can literally like run around and do
Hmm.
heals in like adjacent squares to where they're standing, and you have like magic spells that are cast in like lines and like spaces, like actually working to do this spatially.
Yeah, more of a real time thing or still
It
turn
sounds
based.
it sounds entirely outside the scope of something that you would be doing with SSH. But I am yeah, the system that I'm suggesting probably, I guess in my mind it was real time, but I don't have no idea how that would work practically speaking.
Yeah, it's a little hard to do real time stuff just because like It's not impossible. Um, Super hot, the enemies. Oh, that's interesting.
Yeah,
They
yeah,
move
yeah,
when
yeah.
you move.
So you all sort of like queue up an action of what you're about to do, and then everyone like executes at the same time. So like you get onto a screen and there's an encounter and there are enemies, and then you like queue up an action of like I'm going to move up, and then once everyone's actions are sort of like verified, that's what you do on your turn.
Mm-hmm.
Because I'll be honest, one of the things I really like, it is the only mobile game I play, is the Fire Emblem mobile game. And what I really like is the fact that it has small map sizes. And let me see if I can pull up a screenshot of this. Fire Emblem Heroes. Just an image of the map so I can illustrate how this game works. Yeah, okay, I think this one should do. Open image. Yeah, there we go. This is literally just the image off of Wikipedia. But the fact that you've got these characters that you control, and like this is an MMO style game, so like each player would control their own character, but you would have the ability to like move and maybe even move more than one space in a turn. Like it's not that your entire turn is to move one space. Your turn could be to like move one space and attack a cell, or move two spaces. On this particular map here, we've also got characters that can refresh an action, which wouldn't make sense. Never mind. But this character that the player has selected here has the ability reposition, which is one of my favorite things about this game. Like on a small map, if you've got these heavily armored knight characters that can only move one space at a time, a flying unit like this one can reposition the ally to an adjacent space. So it would take this knight character from this position to the south of her to this other position to her to the north. And being able to like coordinate that kind of thing, like where every player is actually doing stuff like that, like moving, attacking, using movement abilities to like shove a character extra spaces like out of harm's way. Like if someone has moved and an enemy goes to queue up an attack and they are going to get hit by an attack, then someone can like move up and use a reposition action to like get them out of the way of the enemy's attack that's telegraphed on the spaces. Like I don't know. Stop me right now if this is completely in a different direction from what you envisioned, because I'm just gonna go off on a tangent.
It's definitely interesting. I think we would just have to like instance any room with enemies in it to your party, and it would have to like as soon as you go in that room, it just like pauses and turns into turn-based combat.
Yes, I do realize that is the sort of inherent limitation with that, is you when you start into a screen with enemies in it, that's it. You have to like get into combat that way, and it doesn't, the server can't sort of like freely tick around at that point, because like everything starts to become measured. But I've seen a lot of games that do that kind of thing, where like once you get into an encounter, then everything becomes turn-based, but then outside of an encounter you can move around freely.
Yeah. I mean, as you know, to steal from them again, Baldur's Gate was pretty much exactly that.
Yeah. Inda, I don't know if you're still having this issue, but if you press I to open your inventory, you scroll down to the particular item you want to equip, and then press Enter, and then you'll see the little parentheses equipped next to it, and then that's how you continue to operate, like to equip the more powerful weapon. Okay, so I'm level 7 now, so I should be able to go through. No, this door's, I've already been here.
Oh yeah, if you're looking for the final boss, it's all the way to the left.
All the way to the left.
And
Okay,
then
okay.
and then up.
Oh yeah, these doors I couldn't go through before, but now I'm level 7, so I can. Yay! Oh, there's @ signs. The, the Red King. Okay, full health, 4 healing potions. Let's do this. um, there is not a web page for the game yet, right? You mentioned that you might add a sort of a way to
Yeah,
access
that'll
it.
happen eventually.
Yeah.
Oh, you're getting kind of wrecked.
Yeah, it's been an unlucky encounter. I mean, I'm gonna see how far I can get here. Oh, it's bad luck this time around.
Oh,
Okay, uh, that's fine. We'll just respawn here. Oh, wait, where did I actually? Yeah, yeah. I had to take a step right for my HP reset.
yeah. It's like the entrance to the inn is just like a magic square that just refills your HP.
Right. All right, we're doing a little better this
Oh,
time.
this is much better. Yeah.
Attacked but missed. Attacked but missed. Um, yeah. So again, I do not mean to like railroad you into this insane like, oh, just make it like this game that I really like playing.
I mean, it is interesting. It's I don't know. I feel like there's some unique direction to that's possible there. I would have to see, like, I think I would have to just try it to see if it works in this format. Because it might be hard to like visually represent what actions everyone's planning on taking if everybody's like going at the same time.
Yeah.
But it could be cool. You have like a little preview indicator of, oh, you did it.
Clutched it out at the last second. So now I'm level 8.
Yeah, I think if you're level 8, you've done pretty much everything that can be done.
And I also ended the game with 42 HP, just like Utronic.
Oh, you can get in the dev room now.
Oh, right. Yeah, I mean, I know that the system that I'm suggesting... Oh, I found Kingslayer. Found healing potions. Oh, I see. These are just like all the pickups. And then what's this? Oh, it's another Kingslayer. Can you dual wield Kingslayers?
No. I think I put 2 in there on accident.
So it's a +3 weapon is 1d10 +1. Neat. Yeah, I mean, I feel like we could just keep talking about this. So if you want to resubmit again, I'd be happy to continue the conversation. You know, let me know after another week of thinking about it if you have any ideas for what direction you want to take the combat, and we can always just have another round of it. I will try not to suggest making it like a completely different style of game.
I mean, it's like it's not a super. I don't know. It's not like I've put a lot of depth into any one mechanic yet, so it's still like the right time to swap things out and try new stuff. So
it is like fresh clay. It is ripe for molding.
Yeah, I might see what I can make as like a very de-scoped version of that and see if it's any fun.
Think mostly about what kind of combat do you enjoy? What sort of like is tactics and moving around and like cooperating and healing and fighting big groups of monsters in an interface like this something that actually sounds appealing, or does that sound like just crazy?
No, I do enjoy that style of game. Like I've played a lot of D&D.
Yeah.
But I wonder how hard it'll be to represent like environments that are interesting enough for it to be strategic, or is it just gonna always feel samey? That's the space I need to play with.
Yeah, it's because it's a mix of both. How does the combat work? Like how does the environment influence things? And there are various ways that Fire Emblem tries to vary that up. Like these spaces that have like the stone surrounding them give you like boosted defense when you stand on them. so it's kind of like a defensive terrain
Mm.
spot.
Mm-hmm.
There are these trees which limit the mobility of infantry and cavalry. There are water tiles that only flying units can go above, and then there are these hard walls that like prevent movement through them. So I don't know. If you did take it in this direction, I think that the combat would be this like wild mix of, because I'm pulling the idea of like an enemy telegraphing their attack. That seems like more of an MMO thing, which I have not played that many MMOs. I just know that it is a thing I see MMO enemies do, is they like project a field, but like you have to not stand there. But if
Yeah.
players have exhausted their turn and they have to like wait until they can act again, then being like working together to like pull buddies out of the way of an enemy's AoE attack just seems like a neat way to encourage cooperation. So yeah, I don't know. I would I'd be very curious to see it. I have no idea if it would work. Anyway,
Yeah.
thank you so much once again for showing off the game. It is a lot of fun for its simplicity. I think it is something you can really get lost in and just like you think like, oh, this is fun, and then you spend like an hour playing it. Um, Especially when there are like when it is possible to have more meaningful interactions with other players. I'm looking forward to seeing what this becomes.
Thanks.
All right, Bad
I
Cop, thank you so
appreciate the
much for joining
feedback.
me. Absolutely, and have yourself a great weekend. Looking forward to see where this goes.
You too. See ya.
Bye for now.